Hello and welcome to the Daily Vibe. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to gather myself here. I had started one of these about 2 minutes ago, and I got a phone call right in the middle from somebody who knows that I'm doing these in the morning, and this goes perfectly with what I'm talking about today. Journaling. Today is the Sacred Self-Care Rituals deck. It's Wednesday, and I have chosen journaling again for our card today. And so very important, because I think it's a life lesson when these things happen. And literally right before the call interrupted my live, I was sitting there saying, if something upsets you, you can journal. Even if you just type the word fuck right across the page. So there you go. You know what? I'm a positive person, but I'm still human. I will spread positivity, I will spread peace, love, and unity, but I am still a fucking person. A human. So there you go. And as you can see, I love the F word. But yeah, I don't just throw it around crazy but it can be very therapeutic. However, before I start talking about journaling, I did want to mention, you know what, this light, sorry, I know it makes it hard to see. Before I start talking about journaling, I wanted to mention that the next Thursday and Friday's videos will be pre-recorded. I will be on the road and continuing my Shellbell World Tour of hope and love. But no, seriously, I will be in Tucson with baby sibling. The reason I'm mentioning that is tomorrow is my nephew's birthday. And so far, fingers crossed, he does not know I'm coming. But also, Friday is the year anniversary of when her husband passed. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because this family can use all the good vibes that you can send. So if you don't mind, just a little tiny ask from you. So thank you. And they've been through a lot this year. And actually, prefacing today's video with that is actually good, because it will really kind of hit home on journaling. And journaling doesn't just have to be about things that have been rough in the day. Journaling can be the wonderful things. Journaling can be the bad things, obviously. It can be your dreams, it can be your hopes, it can be your desires, your wants, your wishes. Journaling is a place for your thoughts. And I love to write, but I don't always just like to write fiction or blogs. I also just, I have to get stuff out of my head. As I mentioned before in the past videos, I have a lot of mental chatter that goes on, and I have forget the monkey mind that they call it. I have a circus mind, okay? It's like a carnival in there with Ferris wheels and the tent with the, the circus acts and the clowns and all that stuff. Oh, the clowns. Seriously, the clowns. Ugh. I am 99% over my fear of clowns. I know it's a weird fear, but believe it or not, when I found out a lot of people had that, I didn't feel so alone anymore. So yay. But yeah, I'm about 99% over my fear of clowns. But anyways, journaling can be very therapeutic. It can be very healing. It can really kind of, in a way, build your self-confidence. And I say that because people use journals for affirmations, which will be the card on Friday. And people use journals for gratitude lists. And again, hopes, dreams, wishes, all these things. Hello, Debbie. Thank you for watching. But journaling it really can be therapeutic. It really can be helpful, especially if you're going through a rough time, if you're going through a lot. People like to kind of push things down and hold it in. That's where journaling comes in. Pushing things down and holding it in just means that later it's going to explode. There's going to be a lot of pressure, and like a volcano, you are going to erupt. And that's not always pretty, especially if you're an innocent bystander when you erupt, you know. So a lot of innocent people could be harmed in your volcanic eruption. And the worst part about that is not only are you harming them in the end when you realize what's happened because of all this pressure that you put on yourself to hold everything in, you start to feel guilty after. So I love journaling for that reason. You can get all your mental chatter out. You can get your circus mind out onto paper. You can get your anger out, your happiness out. You know, whatever you want to write. Journals are your private thoughts. Unless you choose to let somebody else read it, only you are going to see it. I've been journaling for years. I love journaling, and I actually keep my journals. Of course, those who know me know that I have a pen buying and a journal buying problem, so I am not for lack of journals. And because I love these things, I also receive them as gifts. So there you go. It's craziness sometimes. I could literally build an entire shelf just for my pens and journals, but I keep them and I look back on them and I see how far I've come. I mentioned a few days ago that I was doing the 117-day project. Now, I know I never explained that, but the 117-day project is basically from the time my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer to the day she died was 117 days. And one day I was sitting around and I thought, you know what would I do if I had only 117 days? Now, it does sound morbid, but I try to think of it that way because, you know, I think if my mom had the energy, she would have done a lot more than she was able to do. But, you know, it just, unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. And it was a very hospice situation for about 3 months. But she was very active. And I kind of think that she gave me the idea for that. And I'm on my third time doing this. And I look back at the first 2 times I've done this. And I see how far I've come. I've done so much more. I mean, I've started this video during this. I've overcome a lot of trust issues, you know, in the last 117 days. Well, I'm only on day 94, but I've overcome a lot of trust issues. I've learned to let go of control. It's not always about jumping out of airplanes or bungee jumping off of a bridge. A lot of times it's about personal growth. It's about self-exploration. So, and all of that was journaling. Again, like I said, back in May, I got a very beautiful journal from Baby Sibling with a Lord Byron quote. He's one of my favorites, along with Henry James. And it really motivated me. And, you know, because I think especially because it was a beautiful leather bound gift that you're just like, ooh, I better use this. So I have been working on my 117-day project, and I'm going to keep doing those because I really think it's helpful to see, you know, how far you've come. And that's why I do keep my journals. But if you're going to journal, try to do it every day. You know, it's a consistency thing. It actually helps. And again, it's very therapeutic. It really is. I suffer from a dinged up mental health, which basically translates to depression. And it's not because of anything other than it's just a chemical thing. And it was triggered by trauma in my life. And because of journaling, I've learned how to kind of control it. I've learned, I mean, it's kind of a beast that you can't control, but I've kind of learned how to tame it quite a bit. And I've learned my triggers. And I've done all this because I've journaled. In fact, I have a journal over here that when I start feeling myself going into a spiral and heading towards an event, which is a big high, it's more than a day or two, I have a journal of positive thoughts and kind things people have said to me, pictures. You know, I have a section for you know, just what triggered it or what I think might have triggered it, just all these little things. So again, journaling can be so therapeutic. It can be wonderful therapy. Even if it's just to get it out of your head, you know, splash an F word across the page if you want. You don't have to write a novel when you journal. You can put 2 words down and, you know, today sucked, or 3 words, today was great. You know, it doesn't have to be a lot, but as you become more comfortable with your journal, you become more comfortable in opening up and letting all this gunk and icky stuff out as well, so that you can let the happiness and the positivity, the joy, the love, the peace, the unity, everything flow in. So basically what's coming out is being replaced by something better. So that is it for the Daily Vibe today. Again, the next two will be pre-recorded because I am going to be on the road. I think I'm telling you that so you don't think I only have one pair of clothes. And I will talk to you live on Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.